Ho, ho, ho. Well, this is our third installment in the month of December of a little DIYs. This is another Christmas one. We're in the spirit. And we're going to do a nutcracker. We've seen a lot of people doing nutcrackers with 5-gallon buckets. We've seen people do them with the concrete tubes. We did the concrete tube one last year to see if we could do it. We did it relatively quick and there's a lot more out there that put a lot more effort and time into them. They put fur and little nuances around them. We're just about trying to get it to look like a nutcracker, and then you can add the little flares to the little designs. So this time we've decided, just to come off the top of our head, that maybe a laundry basket or a trash can would work for a nutcracker. And we're going to use some other items. We're going to use the PVC pipe. We're not putting feet on ours because we're not standing ours on concrete or on the porch or anything. We're putting ours in the yard. So it doesn't need feet. So we'll just put the rebar in the ground and the PVC pipe in there. So, but there is options. If you're putting the feet on, you can cut, a plastic container into to make the feet out of, and then you stick the PVC in some wood to make it stand upright. And there's other videos out there if you're interested in seeing that process. Other people have done it, but for us, we're not doing it. We're doing it just for the yard decorations. We're going to use either some coffee cans as the heads, and like I said, the PVC for the arms and legs. We've got a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to look at that. We've got some other items. This will be our first try at it. Like I said, we usually do a video after we made it, and then we make it again. So it gets better as we go along. But you're getting to watch the process of the first time making such stuff. We've got, like I said, also got a dishwashing container as well. But we got a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to use zip ties. We're going to use some boats. We dug these out. This is what we had. This is the reason we're going to use it. And the PVC. So we'll show you the things we've got laid out, and we'll give you measurements as we go, because we're winging it. And thanks for watching. I'm Kenny, and this is Dots Adventures. All right there is our items. We got 2 trash cans. We got a 5-gallon bucket. I'm not sure what we're going to use. And then we got some coffee cans over here. And then we've got a dishwashing detergent and a coffee can there as well. And then our PVC is the 1 1/4 size. I think we got the real thin wall. We could have used a bigger pipe. This is what we choose to use. They're going to be a little smaller than the concrete one we made. I think it's going to turn out well. Our other materials is we're going to use zip tie to attach stuff, and we're going to use a couple boats. We've got 4, and I think that's what we're going to use for each one. 1 for the arms, 2 for the arms, 2 for the legs. I think that's what we're going to use, and that's what our items are as of right now. So we're going to get to it. All right, here's what we got. We got a blue coffee container and a red larger coffee container, and we're just going to take those 2 coffee containers. We took the lids off, and conveniently they match right up. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill holes and then run some zip ties through to screw them together. We're just zip tying everything together. Like I said, that's going to be the head. It's going to be the hat. It's going to be the face. This, I think, looks like a nose. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. First, though, we're going to drill holes inside, and then we're going to drill it in our trash so we can secure it right there. That's going to be the process we're going to go at. So we're just going to take this over here. Eyeball it up. And drill some holes. All we did was drill 4 holes, and we're going to take our zip ties. I'm going to run it through, back up. That didn't work so well. Take 2. We'll put a little bend in them so when it comes through we know which way it's pointing. Because it come through and it was backwards. They don't want to attach as well that way. Alright, let's try it again. Much better the second time. Hands a little too fat. That's all we got. So there it is. We run it up and under, and then we got another side to do. You can see the hose right there. We just do the same thing on that side, and we will secure what I'm calling the head to the body. Alrighty, now we're going to attach the red one to the blue one, the hat, if you will, to the head. Just making hole in the bottom, hole in the top. We're not putting it all the way down yet because it'll be a lot easier to work with. We still have a gap here. Just slide it through. Through the other hole. And back down. And that is the body of our nutcracker. Next up, we'll be cutting the PVC. All right. What we decided to do was cut our pipes in 15s, 2 for the legs, inches long. We're going to cut the arms in 20 inches. So you can use any kind of saw you want to. I got a skill saw last year for Christmas, so that's what I'm going to do. It's not really a skill saw. Yeah. But I'm going to use it. Make sure you're wearing your safety glasses. One leg. That's 2 legs. And now we got to do the arms. Like I said, you can use a handsaw, you can use a plumbing cutter, you can use whatever you want. I just used my Christmas gift from last year. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. All right, what I've decided is I needed 20 inches hanging out for the legs. So I marked it on here, and then I'm gonna go at the bottom. I'm gonna use this notched on the trash can to secure it, to designate where I'm going to put it at. All I'm going to do is drill a hole above the line and below it, and then I'm going to run a zip tie in there. That's what I'm going to do. Take my marker, I'm going to mark me a hole. Then I'm going to drill me a hole right in there. Grab my zip tie. I'm going to try to run it through. Worked out like a dream on the first one. Dreams turned into a nightmare on the second one. All right, let's go a different direction here. Straight through. Back around. And bam. Oh, that was much better. It appears I don't have a zip tie right there. So hang on. Oh. All right. We come back and we drilled another hole right here to get that zip tie through. We thought we was going to have to join two together, but that's going to work out for us. So now we're going to straighten the leg, drill a hole, and then we're going to put a bolt through the process here. And we're going to get a bigger drill bit. The smaller one was a little more sharp. And we're going to get a bigger one. Go through the same hole so I can put the bolt, because it's more this size than it was that size. Match your hose back up. Wall the hole out a little bit for the bolt to go through. Well, I think we need a slightly bigger drill bit. That's too big. That one's too big. That one's too big. So we're just going to come back and make our hole a little bit bigger. Bingo! Are you serious, Clark? Bingo! Then we put our bolt. Washer would be good, but we don't have any at the time. So, there is one leg. We're going to do the other side, and we'll come back to you and show you the arms. All right. On our trash can, there's a little notch right here, and that's what we're going to go with. If not, you can measure it out and put it, center of your bucket, whatever you want to do. We're just going to use that little notch to hold it in place. So we're going to drill our hole right here. Then we're going to drill another one on the outside. Then we're going to run zip ties through it again. We run out of longer zip ties, so now we're just putting a couple of smaller ones together. And they seem to be working out well for us. So then we're going to put our only bolt in the whole thing right up here. Just eyeballing it up, see if it's straight. You may want to measure it. Not the way we roll. So here we go. If you don't straighten it up, it may turn out a little wonky. We're trying to blow through this project in one morning. But you can take your time. I'm just giving you an idea of what, instead of using the concrete tube or the buckets, you could use a trash can. Looking for our last bolt. It just seemed to walk away from us. All right, we forgot. We were only using one bolt. We already put the bolt in for the leg. We're using zip ties. So we didn't need to look for that bolt. You know, we looked for it for a while, guys. But we're back. Some people use glasses with this too, which is not a bad idea. That one went all the way through. Alright. We'll fix it this time. We'll put two of them together. Drop it right through. There we go. Then on the inside here, we just attach the two zip ties. And bingo. There is our nutcracker. Now we just need to do a paint job. You can add garnishment if you wanted to. You could add, people have added the red threads and the buttons and stuff like that. And they've added the fur for the beard and the back of the hair. You can do whatever you want to. We're doing a simple outdoor nutcracker. Like I said, we didn't put feet on it because we're going to put rebar in it. You could do some cups down here. You can cut a cup in half and then slide it right on there. And you attach it to the wood and it sits on your porch. Or you can just drill some holes in some blocks, some 4x4s, set it down in there and attach it with a screw. And then that would probably hold it up, the 4x4 by itself. And if not, then you could come back and put it on a plate of wood. But that is it so far, what we got. We'll trim up and we'll do the paint job and we'll get back to you when we're done with that. Alrighty, we made 2 of them. This is a rattle can paint job. We'll come back in after it dries and everything. We might try to add a little more details to each one of them. But that's where we're at so far. Like I said, I'm happy with what it looks like. In the little time that I put in it. Anybody else can put a lot more time in it and make them look a lot more pretty if they want it to. But that is basically what I've got is 2 of them. And I'm used 4 bolts, 2 in each, to hold the legs because I think that's going to be a weak point. And the rest of it is zip ties. Once again, we're going to come back in and add a little more details to them. That's where we're at right as we speak. All right, I'm finished up my project. Did it kind of hurried. The weather affects the paint job on it, and that's the last thing I did. The process of finishing the nutcrackers, I did 2 of them, and it started about 9 and ended up 11, so it's about 2 hours to finish 2 of them. I did trash cans and PVC pipe and some coffee cans was my pieces that I used. The tools that I used was zip ties, a cordless drill, and 2 bolts for both. I used a tape measure and a saw to complete my task. And then I painted the whole thing. So once again, the paint didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to because it was hurried. Painted it and then I finished it up the rest of the day painting. Took a little while to dry. It run a little bit because it was cold. But I knocked it out in 1 day. And not necessarily am I wanting to demonstrate the paint job. I'm wanting to demonstrate you can use a different material besides the concrete tubes. It's raining and it's dark, so I didn't get to put it out in the yard. So I'm going to show you my finished product right here. And we'll show you. All right, there is my 2 nutcrackers. I used, like I said, a coffee can, and that is a dish detergent box for your dishwashing machine. Is what that is. PVC and a trash box. And then I used some tape and painted it. And this one, coffee cans, trash container, and the PVC. And then I used some tape to make some striped socks. I painted his hands. I used a couple little things I had from work, throwaways. I want you to more focus on not necessarily the paint job, but the materials that I used. I think you can take your time and make something beautiful. I think mine came out all right. Needed a little more patience with it, and maybe let the paint dry and stuff. But once again, these are my 2 nutcrackers. it's raining outside and it's dark, or I'd have them placed out in the yard. And it's dark, so you don't get the very good lighting effect on this. Once again, I'm Kenny Dotson, Dots Adventures. Hope you get something out of this. If I can do it, you can do it. That's what I've got to say about this. And that's I'm just your average, ordinary Joe. Thanks for watching.